Hi, I'm Alicia Foxworth. You're watching Rehoboth for You. As you can see, everybody's out today. We are at the Maisel Cinema in Harlem, New York City for the Harlem International Film Festival. Storytellers from all over the world are here today, and we're talking to Judianny Compres, filmmaker for Happy New Year, and Sharon Kon, the filmmaker of The Father's Love. So don't go away. When we come back, more right here on Rehoboth for You. Hi, I'm Alicia Foxworth. You're watching Rehoboth for You, and we're here at the Harlem International Film Festival in New York City. I'm here with Judianny Compres, as she is the filmmaker and star of Happy New Year.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, and it is such a festive time of the year in the new year, but this film itself had a pretty sad concept. This character, she was fairly alone, is that right?
That's right. I was inspired to write the screenplay by Van Gogh and his painting, The Bedroom. And I was very moved at an exhibition that I attended here in New York at the Nye Gallery by this particular painting. And I felt it conveyed a really strong sense of longing for togetherness. Yes. And that's something that really resonated very deeply with me, that I can relate to very much so. And in spite of the 8 million people around us, you know,
oh, yes,
in the tiny island of Manhattan. And I was very moved by it. It resonated with me very deeply, and so I went home and I wrote the first draft of the script.
Well, that's pretty amazing. I mean, I know you to be a pretty upbeat person. How did you get into this character, which was actually going through a very sad time?
Well, for sad characters and happy characters, and
happy people play sad characters.
That's
okay.
right. You know, the characterization work is the same, and I'm an actor. You know, that's what I. Since I was a child, I've been, you know, have had this interest in acting. It has matured over the years, and I've studied at Stella Adler, at HB Studio with Aston Pendleton. I have my undergraduate degree in theater and so forth. And so my love for writing and filmmaker just sort of naturally progressed out of, you know, my desire to tell stories and affect an audience with my stories.
Yeah, well, I think this film also has something of a social statement. Do you think New York City or people in New York City are hurting?
I think so. I think in some way we all are, because we all want love, right? And unfortunately, not all of us, like Van Gogh, you know, I read a lot of his letters. And there are people like Van Gogh, there are people like Soledad in the film that yearn for connection, that really want to connect, and are simply unable to for one reason or the other. And so this film is an expression of that desire for togetherness.
Yeah.
Like, you know, George Clooney says in Up in the Air, life is better with company.
It is,
you know?
it is.
So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with this film, you know, to bring people together. I still have friends who tell me, Judy, send me the link of the film. And I'm like, no, you go to the screening.
Come to the Harlem International Film Festival.
That's right. But the idea is to bring people together and shake your hand and give you a hug and talk, you know, and how are you doing? And let's go have a cup of coffee, which is what would have made such a difference in Van Gogh's life, what he wanted so much from Gauguin and what Soledad wants from her family. Just to connect and have a human interaction with, of substance, of longevity with another human being.
That is so important.
And that's just universal, you know. I think that's what resonates with people that watch film.
Great, that's fantastic. Now tell us about the making of the movie. I mean, how long of a process was it, and what were the highs and some of the lows for you?
Oh, well, as I shared at the Q&A, you know, as much as I love the film, you know, it's my first effort as a director. I've directed theater before, but this is the first time that I directed a
feature film,
a short, right? Just
the feature is next. The feature is next.
Well, not on this one, on another story. That has nothing to do with Happy New Year. You know, my screenwriting professor says that making movies is like making a miracle, and I think it's the truth. You know, it's a wonderful process, a wonderful collaborative process, but it's very challenging. And I think that the people that you surround yourself with, that you bring on to the project, really have a huge impact on the quality of the work. You could have a wonderful script and a mediocre movie, you know, or not so great movie, and that, you know, the difference there is, the people that handle it. So
yeah, I heard you give your crew a lot of praise downstairs in the question and answer session. I mean, did you pick these people yourself, handpick them?
Yes, I did. I made my mistakes. But I was very, very, very lucky to have a wonderful editor who made me salvage a lot of the image, a lot of the footage. She's terrific. Her name is Chiara Armentano. She's wonderful, and the musicians were so wonderful. They helped me make sense of the ending and make that very poignant ending. And throughout, the sound, I think, saved a lot of it. And so I'm very, very blessed to have worked with the musicians and a lot of the crew. Unfortunately, not all of them.
Okay,
just against it. Again, you gotta pick your people very carefully.
Okay.
But overall, I have no regrets. I'm so happy with the final product and how it continues to touch people. And people come up to me and say, "Yeah, I can totally identify with Soledad's journey," and that's what it's all about. I'm an actor, and I'm also a writer and a screenwriter. For those of you who are from the community, there's this wonderful resource right here in the community, the Harlem Arts Alliance screenwriting. There's a screenwriting workshop, and it's led by Zachary Sklar, who co-wrote JFK with Oliver Stone. The screenwriting workshop is free, and he's amazing. And so it's like right there at the very well represented. And he's just amazing. And so with his mentorship, I just finished 2 other scripts. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Since I was a child, I've always wanted to tell stories, but I never kind of quite knew how to give a form. And it's at the Harlem Arts Alliance under Zach's guidance that I have learned to, create this work and 2 other scripts. And I feel I'm a confident screenwriter now with, so much of his help. That's wonderful. It's really wonderful. Talking about other scripts, you have other projects coming up that you're ready to shoot or soon to be. Yeah, I'm so excited about that because this is Happy New Year was like my first child, and it really is like you're birthing this work. And so I have written since 2 more scripts, a short and a feature, and I really want to shoot the short as soon as possible. It's my baby. It's a project that I really am very passionate about. It deals with a lot of issues in the LGBT community, the Latino community in Harlem that I think have to be addressed, and to hopefully open people's minds and hearts about issues that pertain to the LGBT community and Latino community, African American community, and so I really hope to bring that and bringing us back to that universal word called love. To love and acceptance and being a little more loving and a little kinder to each other. That's really the moving force in my work. That sounds good. That sounds good. Well, Judianny, I certainly congratulate you. Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to the next film. Me too. Yes, and hope that all of you will join us, if not at the Harlem International Film Festival, at her next screening, which will be? It will be on my website. I will post it somehow. It's judiannycompres.com, and there will be screening information there. Wonderful. Well, and congratulations. Also about my other projects. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for being on our show. Right on. Ciao.
You are playing with fire.
At least I'm good at it.
What's not mine to keep? What's not mine to hold?
Shoe girl.
Shoe guy.
See something you like?
It's not to like.
Giving it all away. Giving it all
Everything
away.
you dream of a guy being
Giving
who
it all away.
is. He's heaven.
Good song. How much
Giving it all away. Giving it all away. Giving it
I don't
all
know.
away.
There's just something about him I don't trust. Oh, come on. You don't trust any of the guys I date.
What?
Who is that?
I don't know how I came to this.
Oh my God. A necklace does not make up for it.
I can't stop thinking about you.
I want to feel like me again.
You're not alone, you know that.
Broke me down, you showed me how to see.
What are these?
How to
Those
believe
are butter's in the product.
Something beautiful. Something I don't understand. How you love me the way that you love me. Yeah, you love me. How you love me the way that you love me. You love.
You desperately want to bring something to it, to bring it to life. But you have to honor whatever you see on the page, but also the director's vision. And those two things at some point have to mesh, and it's just people with different brains trying to come together and communicating an idea. And Sharon was awesome about, I mean, I don't know how she did it. There was so many times I was like, how is this going to get done? She's in denial. How is this possibly going to happen? And then I would just watch her soldier through it. And with a calm that it was a little more than professionalism. She just had a grace. She was like, no, I got this. And you got on board. And it was just, to me, it was inspiring. I one day hope to be able to create my own work. And to see somebody just get it done every day, just get it done. And then to see the finished product, she's inspiring.
So we're still here at the Harlem International Film Festival. I'm with Sharon Kon, filmmaker for The Father's Love. I congratulate my dear being in the film festival.
Thank you.
So tell us about this character, because I think that she was unfortunately in love with someone that broke her heart, but then she was converted to Christian faith through her painful situation.
Yeah, you know, I think basically as a woman, sometimes you are insecure, you don't really know your self-worth, you don't know who you are, and you go from guy to guy or in search of love, or even for men itself, they go from girl to girl searching for love and not really finding the thing that's fulfilling their hearts. But you know that ultimately the one that is fulfilling is really Christ, that would really cover that void and the love that we all long for.
I would agree. So you've been making these movies now. How long have you been infusing your faith or your worldview into your art?
Well, into my art, I would say about maybe 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been a filmmaker for that time, or?
I have been a filmmaker on and off for about 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what caused you to make that shift that you felt like you had to infuse your faith and your values in your work?
I think that personally these days we don't see really good movies that are of moral values.
Okay.
I'm really pro on speaking of life, speaking into people's lives, and it's really just portraying my faith and who I am in Christ, and just sharing who God is.
That's wonderful. So how do you cast your crew and your actors? Do you also source them from faith-oriented organizations, or can anyone work for you?
Anyone can work for me.
Okay.
As long as, you know, they know their work, they're professionals, and they're good. You know, I think that's what matters. It's a good team that we want to build. You know, there's no prejudice, because you know, we're not supposed to judge anybody according to who they are or what they believe in. So yeah.
But do you find that maybe a person's faith background helps to give them more insight into the characters that you're creating? If at all.
You know, not really, not necessarily. There are moments of times maybe a crew member might say, hey, I don't think that would work very well. But at the end of the day, it's really me trying to tell the story.
Yes.
And you just really have to stand firm in what you believe in and what you want to portray.
Okay. Well, we're looking at a lot of companies, a lot of church organizations are coming out now with films for the arts community, and they're also infusing their faith and their values into their art as well. How do you feel about that, and what do you think we're going to see in the way of trends throughout the industry over the next several years?
I think it's awesome. I mean, I think that more church organization or faith organization should really come out with more Christian value films.
Okay.
And, you know, not just Christian films, but Christian theme films that really relate to something of moral value, you know, that you see good and evil. you know, just stories that really speaks to people's heart.
I would agree. Well,
Positive stories.
I certainly congratulate you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being on our show.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
When I heard the news, I thought of you and all you had to be going through. With a heavy heart, I began to pray. Father, give them strength to take. Now I know it won't be an easy road, but you won't have to travel it alone. We vow to stand beside you. Millions are praying for you. We're not gonna let you go till you tell us to. We want you to know you are not alone. We're still praying for you as if they were our very own. Yeah, yeah. We can't say we know how you feel, but our love for you is real. Just know that you are not alone. You're not alone. Just know that you are not alone. Oh, you're not alone. Right now, this may seem hard to believe, but one day you're gonna see the sun shine again. You're gonna smile again. I know that it hurts right now, and our hearts are reaching out, but I hope you can feel the love flowing from all of us. We love you so much, and we want you to know you are not alone. We're still praying for you as if they were our very own. Yeah, we can't say we know how you feel, but our love for
We shot around Sandy. He's like, oh, I'm leaving.
He's from LA.
You know, had to be done. Had to be done. That's all about. It's all about commitment. It's all about commitment.
So Eric McKay plays the character of Reese in The Father's Love. And Eric, you know, a lot of people were giving you the blues down in our Q&A about that character, but that's not the man, that's just the character,
I
right?
know some people take it literally. Like, oh, he's really like that. That's the type of guy we need to go like meet him outside, push him in front of a truck.
No, that's not gonna happen today, right?
No, not today, not ever.
So how did you like working on this particular shoot?
What I liked about this particular production was, you know, the character and his journey.
Yes.
Because he had some internal issues that he had to deal with himself.
You did?
Even though he wasn't aware, you know, it's that, you know, you just go about life living and doing things, and you know, like I said in the Q&A, not caring about other people's feelings only but your own.
Right.
You know, just like you're supposed to love thy brother and thy sister, you know. But him, it's just that it seemed like he was just, you know, just all about self.
Right, right.
You know, selfish kind of guy.
But I think that he was the trigger in that young woman's life that helped her to find her way to God.
Yeah, because people come into your life for good and bad reasons.
Agreed.
You know, it's all about how you handle and manage those situations when they come to light.
Yeah.
You know, not being stuck in it, but moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, not staying stuck in the past, but moving forward to the present and into your future.
I would agree, I would agree. So yeah, you've been acting for a while.
Yes.
How do you pick your characters?
This is a strange thing. You know, it's like I really don't pick the work.
Okay.
The work picks me.
I like that.
You know, it's just like how they say when people go to the library and they're looking for a book.
Okay.
And the book will speak to them and say, "Oh, pick me because I've been on the shelf and dust me off." You know, it's the same thing when I'm getting the script or going to an audition or it pops up online or on a paper or somebody tells me about it.
Right.
And I'm like, well, what's the character all about? You know, oh, okay, I can relate. Or, you know, I can do the research on a particular character.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like the work really I don't really dictate to the work dictates to me.
All right. All right.
You know, that's how I look at it, and that's how it has always been with me.
That's cool.
You know, which which a win, lose, or draw. So it's either one of those things.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't look for like a losing end or a winning end. Yeah, I don't, pretty much.
Well, either way, it was good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Congrats.
much.
And I worked with Shauna a couple of years ago. She was my fiance.
So Rashana Simmons played Trisha
Yes.
in The Father's Love.
Yes.
And you know, you were the good guy. You helped bring your friend to that place where she could give her heart to the Lord. How do you pick your characters?
How do I, I always want to work on a character that challenges me in some way as an artist, because it's not enough just to be a new person. As much as people like to think acting is about being something other than yourself, I can only bring Rashana Simmons. It's Rashana maybe in a given set of circumstances that are different from what I've experienced on another set, but it's always me. Wow. So I like to have characters that challenge me in some way, that resonate with me. And I understood Trisha.
Okay.
I've been the friend of a friend that's in a car wreck of a relationship.
All right.
And
so you know what it's like to comfort.
I do, and I always
and to not judge.
Not judge. A, because I've been there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, but also because I always say roller coaster relationships. Those kinds of tumultuous relationships, it's like being on a roller coaster ride.
Right.
It's exciting. It's got its highs and lows, but when you are ready to get off of it, you will get off of it.
Okay.
Which is well. So it just has to run its course. And Trisha was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I saw that there was a level of peace in how you portrayed her and how you came across on the screen.
Well, a lot of my questions when I read the script, I said, wow, she's such a good friend.
Yeah.
Like, she's not, she doesn't give her too many hard talks. She is patient, she is peaceful. And then I had to think about what about me would allow me to be that patient with someone. And a lot of it is because Trisha has found her patience, her peace, her grace in Christ. And so for her, it's like, you'll come around, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help you get there, but I'm also going to allow you to take time, because I know it's just a matter of time before it happens.
Yeah, well, I know the audience really related to you when we were in the screening. Do you have any projects coming up that we can share with our viewing audience?
Sure. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but I just got offered to play a role in the movie Annie.
Yay!
So I'm so excited.
Say hi to Kawajane for me.
I don't know who my scenes are with. It's a long way from there to, the actual set.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Yes, we're looking forward to that. Well, if you are not here at the Harlem International Film Festival, get on the train or wherever you are. Come on down here. We're having a great time.
We are.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
With us today on Rehoboth for You to talk more about how they came to this vision of showing the arts in Harlem. So what was that about? Were you guys just having a beer and someone said, hey, let's have a film festival?
In a way.
Actually,
it's a long story, but the short end of it was pretty much, we looked around, we said, there's not an international film festival. There were other festivals that were locally based. That are excellent festivals that have been going on, but there was nothing that was international, like a Cannes, like a Tribeca, and we've been to Sundance and all the festivals, and we noticed that there was also missing in those festivals, in our viewpoint, as filmmakers, some of the people we worked with in Harlem and the rest of New York, some of the films were not getting seen.
Yeah, those stories were not getting out there.
So between the lack of a Harlem International Film Festival and the lack of a place to show those films, we kind of put the two together.
Okay. Well, you guys are all over the city. You're at the Schomburg. You're here at the Maisel Cinema. I mean, where else can you?
Yesterday.
Oh my! At the Aaron Davis. Yeah. So everybody's showing your movies.
We're excited about that. This is our 8th year. Yes.
Fantastic.
It's been a labor of love, and we've received so much love from the community, and we're going strong, right? But our idea of a film festival is not just film.
Right.
You know, it's a whole energy that comes with it. Harlem is so vibrant, and it's alive with food. It's alive with
music,
art, fashion, art, just what have you. So we were like, we want people to have an experience when they come to Harlem.
Okay.
It's not just like any other film festival.
Right.
All right.
That's the idea.
So what has the response been like in these last 8 years? What have people said to you?
Yes.
It's been growing, and we get a lot of love, like you said, from people in the industry, from Susan Sarandon and Mario Van Peebles, Melvin Van Peebles, who came years and years ago when we were in our infancy. They supported us.
Yeah.
And she's on your board, am I correct? Yes, Susan Sarandon.
Even Adrian Grenier submitted a film to us.
Wonderful.
And
you were like, yeah, we want that movie.
We didn't even know who he was.
Oh, okay.
That's the crazier thing. You know, we looked at the work and we're like,
because this was years ago.
This is years ago.
Good for him.
Yeah. So when he got accepted, it was like on the merit of the filmmaking. You know,
not because he's a celebrity. Exactly.
Exactly.
I've turned down some celebrities. Sorry.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
It's
the work.
Yes. And is it the content that really drives your selection process, or is it the quality of the cinematic work?
It's that we don't have any confines for content, but the content has to be definitely compelling.
Okay.
But it can be open to any subject matter. But it's definitely the quality of the filmmaking and the story that they're telling, and it can be from anywhere in the world.
And you had some newbies in here today. People who were making their first film for the first time, and their quality was up to your standards.
Standards. It's amazing. Our programming has always been stellar, though, and every year we get all of these films, and we created this High Wednesdays because we get so many movies that we can't screen because of the amount of time that we have and the space and etc. So we're like, okay, those movies still need to be seen.
Absolutely.
So we started, screening them outside of the festival.
Okay.
Just to let
on
people,
Wednesdays.
Yeah, on High Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Once a month.
So come up to Harlem on Wednesdays once a month so you can see more films. Because that's really important, so we can support the arts community. Yeah, so what's coming up next? I mean, after the festival is over, are some of the people's work getting picked up from what you're hearing? What are some of the relationships that their filmmakers are making?
Yeah, definitely, and we actually had a few filmmakers get picked up before the festival. They got distribution, so we're on the cusp. And every year there's more films.
Good work.
Hey, we got a distribution deal. It's going to be a problem to show at the festival, so which is a good thing.
Okay.
It's not good for us in a way that we'd like to show the film, obviously, but that's what we're about, is trying to help people. So if they beat us to the punch and they get there before they even show, that's better. So there's a great, I won't reveal the names because that might be a whole nother.
Okay. Well, you guys are making it happen. Neshri, Lorenzo, thank you very much for being on our show.
Thank you so much.
And for helping these artists bring their stories to life.
Thank you.
Faith and values in our art, telling people that they are not alone. We've heard all those stories here today at the Harlem International Film Festival. I'm Alicia Foxworth, reminding you that in Rehoboth, God has made room for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.